is News 25 with Deanna O'Donnell. News 25, local news you can count on. News is brought to you by J.K. Nelson Law. Call 727-9900 today for your free consultation. If you need a lawyer, you need Nelson.
Welcome and thank you for joining us here on KPVM TV and Ace Country Radio. I'm Deanna O'Donnell and this is News 25. Well, a Pahrump man who admitted to abusing 2 kittens last October is back in court for sentencing. Daniel Damas pled guilty to 1 count of animal abuse, a reduction from the original 2 counts after striking a deal with prosecutors. After reading an account of what happened, Judge Kim Wonker told Damas there's no excuse for his action, then passed sentence.
On October 29, 2020, a juvenile brought 2 kittens to the Animal Care Center of Pahrump, both with serious injuries to their mouth. The juvenile told the vet that his roommate, Daniel Damas, got mad at the kittens for defecating on a blanket and held the kittens by the nape of their neck while grinding their faces into the carpet. The kittens were treated and released to the juvenile with instructions for care. On November 13, 2020, the center called to follow up with the injuries, but was unable to contact the juvenile, so Nye County Animal Control was called for a welfare check on the kittens. On the same day, the Animal Control Officer Rydhall contacted defendant Damas at his residence. Damas admitted that he rubbed the faces of the kittens on the carpet as punishment, and admitted that the kittens' lips had been pulled off of the jaw and were hanging down. I have to tell you, there is never an excuse to torture an animal. In looking at the records that were attached to the pre-sentence investigation report, 1 kitten was 12 weeks old, 1 kitten was 15 weeks old. Now I realize you have a minimum criminal history, but criminal history or not, there's never an excuse to do this kind of damage to a defenseless animal. So this is what the court's going to do. In accordance with the laws of the state of Nevada, I'm going to sentence you to 19 to 48 months in the Nevada Department of Corrections. I will give you credit I did look in there, and I think you're right that for some reason they didn't release him after the 25 days. I'll give you an additional 10 days, 26 days credit for time, sir. Good luck to you, Mr. Damas.
I'm not sure if you could actually understand the judge in that cut. It was 19 to 48 months in jail with 26 days time served. Well, a 35-year-old Los Angeles man has been sentenced to 4 to 10 years in prison for his part in a deadly jet ski accident that claimed the life of a New York woman in August of last year. Samar Hernandez crashed his personal watercraft into the back of another on August 24th, killing 23-year-old Tammy Lynch of New York. Nevada Department of Wildlife game wardens on scene questioned the operators for both of those personal watercrafts and found Hernandez to be under the influence. He was placed under arrest and charged with homicide by vessel, among other charges. Lynch was in Nevada that week celebrating her boyfriend's birthday. Hernandez pled guilty to operation of a power vessel under the influence causing death, a Category B felony in Clark County District Court. He was also ordered to pay $9,500 in restitution to the victim's family, as well as $178 administrative fees. A woman is under arrest and suspected of driving under the influence after her vehicle struck and killed a pedestrian in Las Vegas.
Nevada Highway Patrol is investigating the crash, which happened just before 3 Sunday morning. Troopers say 28-year-old Alexandria Lind was driving a silver Lexus southbound on I-15 when she entered the off-ramp to Blue Diamond Road westbound. At the same time, a black BMW, which had become disabled, was stopped in the roadway. A female pedestrian of the BMW was attempting to push the vehicle from the rear. Investigators say Lind's Lexus struck the pedestrian and the rear of the BMW. The woman who was hit was transported to UMC Trauma Center, where she died from her injuries. The victim's identity is being withheld until family members are notified. Lind was arrested and booked into the Clark County Detention Center on 1 count of DUI resulting in death and 1 count of failing to decrease speed or use due care. This marks the Nevada Highway Patrol Southern Command's 46th fatal crash, resulting in 54 fatalities for 2021.
And thanks to Brad Francis for that report. Well, the Nye County Sheriff's Office is asking for the public's help in identifying a suspect in an alleged shooting that occurred on Friday night at Shenanigans here in Pahrump, off of Calvada and Pahrump Valley Boulevard. They say no one was struck during this incident. However, a black BMW did flee the scene of that. They say that they were called to the scene on Friday night for a report of a fight in progress. If you have any information, you can call the Nye County Sheriff's Office at 775-751-7000 and you can remain anonymous. News 25 will return right after this break.
You're watching News 25, the most recognized and farthest reaching local news in Nye County. News 25, local news you can count on.
Thanks so much for joining us this evening. Well, according to Nye County, there has been 2 deaths confirmed related to COVID-19 reported since Monday, August 9th. Both are deceased residents of Pahrump. There are 109 new COVID-19 positive test results reported here in Nye County since last Monday. That total encompasses 4 in Gabbs, 4 in Amargosa Valley, 1 in Beatty, 1 in Tonopah, and the remainder right here in Pahrump. The total positive test results reported are 3,421 confirmed cases of COVID-19 positive test results reported since the first one in March of 2020. Nye has the highest test positivity rate in the state at 31.8%. Pahrump has a vaccine clinic this Wednesday, August 18th from 7 a.m. until 11 a.m. at the health nurse's office located at 1981 East Calvada Boulevard in the Health and Human Services building. They are offering all 3 vaccines to those who are 12 years old or older. Please call 775-751-7070 for an appointment. And in Tonopah, the community health nurse will host a walk-in COVID-19 vaccine clinic tomorrow, August 17th from noon until 4:30 at their location, 1 Frankie Street in Tonopah. You can call 775-482-6659 for more information, but no appointment is required, and they, of course, have all 3 vaccines available too. As part of the public health initiative called Vax Nevada Days, the Nevada Department of Health and Human Services, in partnership with Immunize Nevada, will give away $5 million in cash and prizes to nearly 2,000 Nevada residents who have initiated the COVID-19 vaccine process. Every Nevadan who's 12 years or older who has had at least 1 dose of the COVID-19 vaccine will be automatically entered. For more information on that, you can go to vaxnevadadays.org. Last week, a Pahrump resident won $25,000. Well, Nye County Public Works continues to repair the roads here in Pahrump. That includes easements and driveways, focusing on providing emergency access and public safety hazards in the aftermath of late July storms. Most fixes are temporary until Public Works can get back to the affected areas and properties. All calls and online requests are tracked so the department can return those in the areas later and restore them to better than pre-storm conditions. Please contact Public Works at 775-751-6262. That's 775-751-6262 to alert them to any emergency or public access concerns or fill out a road maintenance request at nyecounty.net. Well, 6 young ladies take to the stage with hopes of becoming the next Miss Pahrump. Today, we congratulate the winner, 15-year-old Sienna Brown. We caught up with her and her court right after the competition held Saturday evening at the Saddle West. Congratulations on Miss Pahrump 2021. How are you feeling?
I feel really good.
Yeah? Were you expecting that you were going to win tonight, or what did you think?
No, not at all. I just came here to have fun and make so many new friends and memories.
You had a performance here, and you're talking about some of your life's goals. Can you tell everybody what those are?
I hope to open my own dance studio one day and teach dance.
What made you decide to want to run for Miss Pahrump?
I thought it looked like a lot of fun, so I decided I'd try it out.
Yeah? So what do you hope to do this next year?
I hope to get to do my platform and teach senior citizens my love of dance with them.
So what do you think about your court?
I love them very much. Actually, one of my cousins is in it, so that's really cool.
Who's that?
Taylor.
Tell me about that. You running against your cousin.
I thought it was super fun. We've always talked about it, and then when we were finally able to do it this year, the adrenaline just made it even more fun.
So were you guys getting kind of competitive, though, at any point?
I don't think so. I think for the most part, we were pretty helpful towards each other.
That's pretty good.
Yeah.
So how are you guys feeling though right now?
I'm feeling really good. I wasn't expecting to win, but I'm really excited that I did. My platform was giving children the gift of reading. My mother works at the library, and reading's a really big, important part of my life, and I love reading, and I love sharing that with people. My platform is never let a stumble in the road be the end to your journey. And I chose that platform because a few years ago I had a friend who had killed himself, and the effect that it had on everybody, because he was always so cheerful and happy that you would have never seen it coming, really got to me.
Yeah.
I would like to make suicide awareness known. I would like to stop some bullying that causes people who want to harm themselves. I would like to just put it out there that this is happening.
What's some of the things that you really liked getting ready for this pageant? What were some of the things that really stood out?
I loved the day trips, and just being with all the girls was fun more than actually competing. I think building a family with all these girls was just amazing.
Fantastic.
Yeah, I like the bonds and the friendships that we all had. I mean, before I didn't even really know Brenna, and then throughout the past 2 weeks, I feel like I've gotten to know her pretty well.
All right, well, if you would like to buy a digital copy of the Miss Pahrump pageant, give us a call here at KPVM TV. They are $25 each, 775-727-9400. I want to wish a very special happy birthday to my sister Shelley. And as we head into our first break, the final 2 episodes of Small Town News airs tonight on HBO, the docuseries, which pulls back the curtain on what goes on behind the scenes right here at KPVM TV and Ace Country Radio, starts at 6 p.m. Here's a sneak peek of what you can expect to see.
We had a bold adventure this morning. Went up in the air balloon.
Like 10 feet.
Now I'm moving into Vegas. Very exciting.
We're building an entire another TV station.
You do have one pole. Maybe after hours you can do some dancing for me?
Get right on that.
There is a lot of excitement in Vegas, but Pahrump is my home. I didn't know you guys had a dungeon. So much room for activities.
We are still succeeding because we have a lot of great people who work for us.
Do you think we've peaked?
I hope we haven't peaked. I feel like I got a lot of life left.
You want to peak early.
You're watching News 25, brought to you by Mountain West Lawyer, Injury Attorneys, 727-9500. News 25, local news you can count on.
Well, according to the Nevada Department of Wildlife, a 25-year-old woman received minor injuries to her leg after she startled a bear that had broken into her group's cooler during a trip to Lake Tahoe over the weekend. The woman reported that she was standing by a picnic table unaware of the bear roughly about 15 feet away from her when the bear walked up to her and hit her in the leg. Game wardens handling the call believe that the bear was most likely defending the food it had just discovered in the group's cooler. Endo staff have noticed a significant increase in these sorts of encounters over the past few years, with the bears around the Tahoe Basin becoming increasingly habituated to people and human food sources. Well, if you and your child have been vaccinated for COVID-19, you may be wondering if their friends and families have been vaccinated too. But is it okay to ask?
I think most of the time a conversation resolves a lot. Keeping things mysterious and unknown and everybody wondering, should I, shouldn't I, is it okay, is it not okay, increases anxiety for all of us.
Dr. Vanessa Jensen is a pediatric psychologist for Cleveland Clinic Children's. She says if you're worried about having your child around someone who is not vaccinated, then there's nothing wrong with asking. However, it is important to remain respectful. For example, if your child's friend invites them over and the parent tells you they are not vaccinated, avoid lecturing them. Dr. Jensen says instead, politely thank them for the invitation and suggest getting the kids together outside another time. If you have a specific reason why you're concerned, like an elderly relative, you could share that if it seems appropriate.
We want to try to help model for our kids. We don't need to judge people for taking different positions on this one. I know some people are very intense. They have very strong opinions. I guess I don't feel like putting kids in that position is going to be helpful.
Dr. Jensen says parents should also be mindful of how they're explaining to their child why they can't go to a friend's house. You don't need to give a detailed reason. Keep it simple so they can understand.
Thanks so much, Brad. Well, if you're thinking about adding a furry feline to your family, we hope you'll consider adoption. There are dozens of cats in our local shelters, all of them awaiting their new forever home. In today's Save a Pet, Darbie O'Donnell introduces us to Bobby.
Hi, I'm Darbie here at Desert Haven Animal Society, and today we are joined with Bobby. Bobby is a massive male 2-year-old domestic long hair. Oh my gosh, he is beautiful and he's so playful. There's like this little kitty cat bed next to it. He always keeps batting at it. If you walk by, he tries to grab at you. He has a lot of kitty cat energy still, and he's quite a big cat. He also loves his kibble. Literally, I had to grab him from his kibble because he did not want to come and get filmed because he wanted to eat, more importantly, you know. So he's beautiful. He's mainly a white kitty cat. He does have some black and like some tortoise kind of shell colorings, beautiful greenish yellow eyes, and just a big fluffy wonderful kitty. He likes to give kisses. Hi, yo. Super sweetheart. If you want to come and see Bobby or any of his friends here at Desert Haven Animal Society, you can give them a call at 775-751-7020, or you can look them up on their Facebook page at Desert Haven Animal Society. Here's Doug. He's also he loves attention.
News 25 Weather Cam is brought to you by Lerner and Rowe Injury Attorney's Office in Pahrump. In a wreck, need a check? Call 702-877-1500.
Taking a look over Allegiant Stadium, where we had a fantastic game over the weekend with the Las Vegas Raiders taking the Seattle Seahawks for a score of 20-7. We'll find out more about our weather after this break.
We have a TV station in the entertainment capital of the world.
It stresses me out.
I have resting smile face.
News 25 weather is brought to you by Dairy Council of Nevada. The splash of cream in your coffee, the dollop of sour cream on your burrito, the melted toasty cheese on your pizza. Undeniably delicious, undeniably dairy. Enjoy what's real.
Hi, good evening, Nevada. It's John Kohler from the KPVM Channel 25 Weather Studios. Lovely to see you out there on this side of the weekend. Glad you made it through. And what are we running into? Well, a bunch of hot weather on this side of the weekend. Tell you what, Fernley, Fallon, Carson City, all up in triple digits. You rarely see that in Carson City at 100 degrees. Tonopah, Goldfield, you're looking kind of sporty actually in the high 90s compared to everybody else. We got 170 in Beatty, 112 in Amargosa, 109 in Las Vegas. And anything above 105, they say it's extreme heat. So, you know, you got to watch out. Maybe pack a little extra water in the car. Don't try and exert yourself, that kind of thing. Death Valley making us all silly at 122 degrees here in the perdition of Pahrump. Here we are, 106 degrees is our high today, and that's right where we're sitting, south-southwesterly winds to 10 miles per hour all over the sunrise this morning at 6:03 a.m. Beautiful sunrise, and it'll be a beautiful sunset about 7:32 p.m. tonight. Must-watch viewing as those clouds dissipate and we head on into the week. What's going on? Well, a lot of wind the next couple days. 19-mile-per-hour average gusts on Tuesday. Ooh, that's sporty. Wednesday down to about 16, but still great kite-flying weather. Winds dying down into, you know, more moderate, about 10, 12 mile per hour for the rest of the week. Sunshine throughout the week. Temperatures lodge firmly in the mid-90s and sneaking up back into triple digits in about a week, but that's a problem for future Johnny. So it could change between here and there. We'll let you know. All right, back to the desk. Here's Deanna.
Thanks, John. We have a couple of things. Number one, I did say happy birthday to my sister. Super happy about that. And my mom's birthday is coming up soon, but I may not be here for that because I am going to be having some surgery this week. So I will be off for a few days. I don't know how long exactly. We'll see how it goes. And so you'll have Unette here, and she's fantastic. And we'll have some people out there collecting some stories. And so hopefully we'll make sure to keep you posted and up to date. And of course on our newscast, all the late breaking news news and everything. And also, we wanted to let people know, I've been seeing a couple comments about the HBO show and that people are really enjoying it. We are going to be down at Artesian Cellars again tonight watching the last 2 episodes. And people were wondering why it's not on antenna. Well, there's a reason why it's not on antenna, because it's actually not our show. It's HBO's show. And so HBO has it on HBO and HBO Max, and you can get a free trial to watch all the episodes, but also it's $10 a month for HBO. So if you guys can, watch the show. If you can, come down and join us at Artesian Cellars. We'll be down there, and we appreciate all the people who have enjoyed the show, and so much to everybody and the HBO crew and World of Wonder, who is our production company, and all of the directors and producers and everybody. It's been a great ride. Thank you so much. Well, we will see you soon. I'll see you really soon, I promise. I'll keep you updated on my page, my Facebook page. We'll see you tomorrow night here. UNET will be here. Good night.